Da werden Erinnerungen wach. Den hinteren Weg ins Innere der Insel nehmen. Haus der Governeurin, ne? Ich guck erstmal da. Ich bin neugierig, das ist neu. Okay, das ist also Hintereingang zu den ganzen Kram hier. Hier ist die Werft. Hier oben war der Hakenmann. Der Zirkus war hier. Was war nochmal da? Ich weiß es nicht mehr. Hier ist der Ausguck. Ich denke mal, wir können da so hingehen später. Ach noch nicht, wir gehen zum Haus der Governeurin. Hier hat bei meiner Frau gewohnt.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Wann hast du zuletzt mal ein Bad genommen? Ich zeige mal, wie ein Stümper aussieht. Alles nur nicht dein Essen.
When was the last time you had a bath?
Ha! That was marginally clever.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Es aufgeben soll, Schwertmeister zu sein. Wie geht es dir und dem Governeurenamt? Ich hoffe, du bist nicht noch sauer wegen der Sache mit dem Schiff damals. Ich hab's ja versenkt mit. Sie war auch darauf. Du hast es weit gebracht, seit ich hier einen erst bequemen Regierungsjob versorgt habe.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine kommt schon klar. Sie braucht mich nicht. Ich habe mein eigenes Projekt in der Mache. Ich bin nicht automatisch alles involviert, was Elaine tut, nur weil wir verheiratet sind.
I'm not automatically involved with everything Elaine does just because we're married.
I can see that. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
Weil ich die Quizkarte da unten haben möchte. Die suchen nach dem Geheimnis von Monkey Island. Wir haben noch eine Rechnung aus alten Zeiten offen. Und du zuerst, was machst du hier? Elaine sagt, dass Captain Madison ihren Skorbut-Projekt schadet.
You first. What are you doing here?
Don't be weird. I know Elaine used to live here, but it's my house now that I'm governor.
Okay, wie komme ich jetzt nochmal auf Madison zurück? Haus, das nichts ja verändert. Ja.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Verstehe. Quizkarte. So, erstmal umgucken, ne?
Edgy. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
Ja.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Dass du versenkt hast. In meinen LP. Muss man nicht unbedingt machen. Süß. Haus verlassen? Das wollen wir nicht. Wir wollen uns umgucken. Yeah. Die endlose Geschichte der Reise, die nicht enden wollte. Das große Buch der Schatzkarten. Zutaten von Barbie LeFlay. Schiff zu Schiff Kampfstrategien von der dummen Captain Madison. Die Autobiografie von John Laney.
It's thicker than I would have imagined. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Das leih ich mir mal aus. Kochen ist immer gut.
Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
Ich bezahle dafür.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Ich finde es cool, dass wir mal wieder miteinander kämpfen. Wo du Tricks, die zu Hause machen können. Das ist interessant.
Warning, do not try these tricks at home.
Wer ist mit einem schönen Entschuldigungsfrosch?
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Versuchen wir den Frosch? Wir versuchen den Frosch, nicht wahr? Da.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Okay, man muss den Frosch beschreiben. Oh nein. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren. Habe ich verschiedene Möglichkeiten? Kann ich den Frosch jetzt bei jedem einsetzen, aber nur einmal? Das ist knifflig.
Dear Carla.
Es tut mir leid, dass ich damals in die Luft gesprengt habe. Und dass ich das Buch, das ich ausgeliehen habe, verloren habe. Und Jahrestag vergessen habe, Geburtstag vergessen habe, die ich damals in die Luft gesprengt habe.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Mir ist klar, dass du robust zur Robustheit bist. Ich wundere, dass du zu hart, zu sanftmut bist. Ich schätze sehr, dass du deinem Pflichtbewusstsein verpflichtet bist. Ich schätze, dass du leidenschaftlich zu leiden, genau.
I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
Portobello. Portobello?
As shown by your actions at Portobello, please accept my humblest apology.
Du machst mir da Heidenangst. Ich habe mir ein Erinnerungssystem eingerichtet. Ich verspreche, mich in Zukunft zu bessern, auch wenn eigentlich nicht meine Schuld war.
You scare the heck out of me.
Gut.
This is for you.
Dear Carla. Ugh. It looks like you tried to include personal details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
War es nicht Portobello? Sie hatte mal... Im ersten Teil hat sie davon erzählt, wie sie zusammen mit Captain Meathook oder sowas, er hatte so Haken als Arme, irgendwelche Heldentaten gemacht hatte und ich dachte, es war ein Portobello. Okay, ich muss nachforschen. Das Stoff zu streichen.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Ja, dann pack ich dir mal ein. Ich hab einen Hund dabei.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Vielleicht wandern wir einfach durchs Haus?
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today. I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal.
Okay, wie finden wir jetzt mehr über sie heraus? Außer natürlich...
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station.
Klingt irgendwie nach Teil 1.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Okay, das Quiz. Blood Island ist die Heimat von... Weiß ich gerade nicht. Im Scurvy Dog Laden ist... ein riesiger Scurvy Dog, eine riesige Made, ein riesiger Kakerlake, eine riesige Fliege. Das war auch geraten. Aber richtig. Und das zählt. Okay, wir sehen uns erstmal weiter um. Weil Umsehen ist wichtig und macht Spaß. Zuerst einmal versuchen wir jetzt Dan zu helfen. Wir gehen zur Werft.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined.
Wow. Seltsame Masse.
It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Den brauchen wir. Warum? Keine Ahnung.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Cool. Pack ein.
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Ja.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Durch das Fenster
The
schauen.
window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Hier suche ich.
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Kann ich da reinkommen irgendwo?
It says Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Den Schwamm drücken.
It's good for relieving stress.
Ja. Und nein, das Hinweisbuch will mir Hinweise geben. Ich will sie aber nicht annehmen. Ich wollte mal gucken, ob ich vielleicht mit dem Messer...
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Doch. Man kann es benutzen, damit es schon mal viel wert. Okay.
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is
Ja.
that an old toothbrush?
Ist das wahrscheinlich. Du hast übrigens schöne Haare. Kann ich daraus einen Mob machen, bitte?
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Cool. Opfern wir es. Ich dachte, da war vielleicht irgendwas drin.
I've got a few coins for incidentals.
Alles klar. Wir gehen weiter. Ich schaue mich gerade nur mal um. Ist nichts. Wald. Auch nichts.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Museum für Piratenkunde. Ich glaube, sowas habe ich gesucht. Das kleine Kletterschiff bewundern. Oh,
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6.
große Klettertruhe bewundern.
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Hi there.
Mist.
Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks?
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Ah, hier ist die Augenklappe.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney. The Pirate of 1,000 Faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Die Karte ist aber...
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
Was?
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Oh
Thanks
nein.
a lot.
Das kommt mir nicht bekannt vor.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Ein Wachpapagei ansehen.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
Wir brauchen für dich Cracker. Das Ruder.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Also er hat ja Fakten, die keine Fakten sind.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Ja, wir kennen ihn. Also er hat ja, was ich sagen wollte, er hatte lauter Sachen, aber die Fakten passen nicht dazu.
Tell me
Was
again
ist
about the coffin?
It was used by a certain well-known captain.
Ja.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Natürlich tust du das. Das kennen wir auch.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Das erklärt so einiges. Das ist die Nachricht, die LeChuck hinterlassen hat, als er Elaine entführt hat. Oh nein!
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Okay. Den Lagerraum betreten. Plakette lesen.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Das Vitrinenschloss inspizieren.
There's some very tiny writing on it. The display case is locked.
Natürlich, ich brauche immer noch diese lustige Lupe. Wir versuchen mal hinten reinzukommen.